Welcome to the Nighttime Casebook. Close your eyes, breathe in deeply, and allow yourself to drift into a story, not just any story, but one of bravery, obsession, and an art thief like no other. Tonight, let me tell you the tale of Stephen Breitwieser, perhaps the most prolific and peculiar art thief of the world has ever known. This isn't the tale of a man chasing fortune. No, this is the story of someone who stole for love, the love of art. So get cozy, settle in your bed, and let the journey begin. Stephen Breitwieser was born on a quiet day, October 1st, 1971, in a small city in France called Mulhouse. From a young age, Stephen felt things differently while other children played with toys and games. Stephen was drawn into the soft strokes of oil paintings and the shimmer of aged silver. The ancient souls preserved in sculptures, to him, these weren't just objects, they were living pieces of history whispering stories through time. He would walk through museums not as a visitor but as someone who belonged there. Thus, art spoke to him, he listened. But Stephen wasn't born into wealth. He didn't attend fine galas or auctions. He was a simple waiter by day, yet his dreams and desires were painted in gold leaf and framed in centuries old wood. It all began in 1995. Stephen was just 24 when he stole his first artwork. He wasn't nervous, he wasn't in a rush, with quiet hands and a heart filled with awe. He removed a 400-year-old item from its place in a small museum in France. No alarms, no suspicion, just him and the painting. So began a journey that would last 6 years across 8 countries: France, Switzerland, Germany, Austria, the Netherlands, Belgium, Italy, and Denmark. Between 1995 and 2001, Stefan would steal 239 priceless works of art from 172 museums. That's about one theft in every 15 days. But here's the twist, he never sold a single piece. Unlike other thieves, Stefan didn't care about money. He stole because he loved. He bought every piece home in his attic bedroom in his mother's house in Mulhouse. By candlelight, he would hang 17th century paintings with the reverence of a priest, placing icons on the altar. The walls of his room were lined with paintings by lesser known masters, Baroque ivory carvings, Renaissance jewelry, and antique weaponry. He displayed them lovingly, he even catalogued them. Each piece had a story, and he remembered them all. He once said, I love these works, I took them for me, not for profit. His mother, Mary Breitwieser, lived downstairs. She claimed to believe that they were all legally bought at auctions. And Stephen's girlfriend, Anne Catherine Klein-Kloss, helped him with the heist. Standing guard, distracting using staff, and driving the gateway car. Together, they were quite a storm the art world never saw coming. Stephen never carried a weapon. His tools were simple: a pocket knife, sometimes a screwdriver, a calm demeanor. He would enter museums dressed in neat sweaters or corduroy pants. He blended in. He studied the guards, watched the patterns, noted the blind spots, and then he struck. Many of the museums were small, underfunded, and poorly protected. He didn't even realize a painting was missing until weeks later, sometimes months. One museum in Germany didn't discover a missing piece, 400-year-old painting, until 2 years after it was stolen. In November 2001, Stefan made a mistake. He stole a 16th century ceremonial birch from the Richard Wagner Museum in Lucerne, Switzerland. It was beautiful, golden, irresistible, but days later, he turned to the same museum with Anne Catherine. A security guard recognized him. He was arrested on the spot. Back in France, police needed a search warrant to enter his home. It took time, days, but before they could get inside, someone else acted first. When Stephen's mother, Marilyn, learned of his arrest, she panicked. Whether out of gut fear or some complex motherly instinct, she destroyed what she could. She burned paintings in the forest, cut up centuries old canvases, threw, threw irreplaceable artworks into the Rhine Canal. She destroyed dozens of masterpieces. Some were never identified before they were lost. Historians wept. The world mourned. Pieces of cultural history loved by generations were suddenly gone. In 2003, Stéphane Breitwieser was sentenced to 3 years in prison in France. He served just 26 months. His mother, Meryl, was sentenced to 18 months for destroying the artworks. Anne Catherine Clanclos, his girlfriend, and Lookout received 18 months, serving only 6. Authorities recovered just 110 of 239 works. The rest remain missing or destroyed forever. After his release, Breitwieser returned to a quiet life, but the obsession never truly faded. In 2011, he was arrested again for art theft. In 2019, he was caught with stolen antiques, Roman coins, rare paintings in his possession, some hidden in his car. Despite the losses, the history became legend. In 2023, a journalist, Michael Frankel, published The Art Thief, a story of love, crime, and a dangerous obsession, a gripping account of a man who stole for love and lost everything. Brett Weiser has remained exclusive ever since, quiet, private, still living somewhere in France, perhaps surrounded by memories and ghosts of the art he once adored. And so ends the story of Stephen Breitwieser, a man who didn't steal for power or wealth, but for beauty. He created a museum of dreams in the attic of his mother's house and lost it all. As you drift into sleep tonight, imagine the candlelight flickering against oil paintings, the quiet hum of man admiring stolen beauty in silence. Not all thieves are villains, and not all love is harmless. Sleep well, dream gently. Thank you.